So at this stage, all I've done is I've carved out the general shape of the painting on the canvas and blocked in, obviously, the background, because I want a dark background to bring the lighter coloured flowers forward. All right, so the next stage is to just block in some colour values, some colour, so I can see kind of where everything is and just give it a bit more form. I'm going to start just by putting in some basic petal shapes, and I want them desaturated, with colour, slightly desaturated anyway, because I'm going to add obviously highlights later. I'm going to have to put the camera down to do this bit. I'll show you in a minute. Here I've had some more desaturated colours, and I'm just placing in the flowers in a little bit more detail, but as you can see, very, very loose. And I've added some a burnt sienna, which is where the shadow part of the daffodil trumpets will be. So I've used obviously a darker burnt sienna there, and then I'll top that with light, lovely, bright, saturated yellow. But I've still got more petal work and things to fill in here, and some more vase work, and I will restate the background, and I will carve out some more definite shapes from the flowers once I do that. So at this stage, still very loose. I'm not going to get into much more detail, but obviously it's still not a finished painting. You could probably, if you just walked into a room and didn't know what I was doing, work out by now that it's some sort of flower arrangement, but it still needs more work. But as you can see, I've now added some stems. I've added the petals more defined, some more highlights on the trumpets, and all still very loose. These are not going to be sharp lines, intricately drawn out. It's all going to be very loose, and we've got some more work to do on this vase and the background. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to take the background paint and just carve. It's very hard to do it while I'm doing it through my phone. Carve now some of the more defined areas. You can see I've done it here with this petal, and I've thinned down this trumpet here, and it's a good time to sharpen up the edges of your vase. And since I'm holding my phone, I'm going to have to put you down and come back and show you when I've done it, but you can see what I mean anyway by doing this. And I want to keep the background, I just want to restate it, but I do still want to keep the energy in it, so I don't want just a solid background. All right, so you can see the development of the painting now that I've carved out some of these shapes, and even so, I keep them still nice and loose so that the painting feels as a whole rather than just these kind of shapes drawn on top of a background. And the vase has been restated, and this is not necessarily something that's complete. I may obviously go around and restate all these again, and as you can start to see now, this is a jumble of IIII daffodils, whatever you want to call them. And so now I've got to work on this central area here, and we'll just see how it goes. But I don't really intend to get into a great deal more detail than this. I really like the impressionistic feel, but obviously I may add a little bit more detail just to give them a little bit more depth, and well, I don't know, we'll see, but I've got to work on this section here now and the vase. Getting into the final stages now, where I just want to suggest details, so I'm not drawing lines or shapes. I'm just suggesting lights where the highlights where the saturated colours are, so around the trumpets and obviously the petals where the light is hitting them, and that is all I'm doing. And then this painting, this very loose painting, is going to be complete. And so that's really it, the final stage, not doing any more, like it really soft, blending into the background. There you go, just a really soft, beautiful, subtle painting of narcissi or daffodils, whichever. And yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So I hope that helped. And let me know in the comments if it did or didn't, or what you'd like to know. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please let me know in the comments and by liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel, so that I am get an idea of which videos you're liking and which you're not. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll say that again. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.